As a creator, you've probably faced that cruel crossroads that haunts every production day. Should I shoot this thing horizontally or should I shoot it vertically? Because one wrong choice, one single aspect ratio misstep, and you risk the algorithm gods punishing your visibility immediately. But here is the genuinely good news that you need to hear today. You absolutely do not need to make that binary life or death aspect ratio call anymore. There is now a much saner, time-saving workflow that keeps your sanity intact and lets you post everywhere without filming every single piece of content twice. Back in the old days, the absolute go-to move involved opening your massive horizontal edit in Premiere, diving deep into sequence settings, and manually changing the resolution. Then you'd spend an agonizing amount of time scaling, keyframing every clip, and nudging things around so the most important subject didn't just disappear off the side of the frame. If you are still doing that exact sequence, I salute you, because you have definitely earned your creator battle scars for sticking with it. But for the vast majority of us today, that entire process is nothing more than a colossal time suck and a genuine headache. You end up obsessing endlessly over the minute details of a single cut while your next brilliant idea is dying quietly in your digital notes app. To be fair, Premiere Pro did eventually make things a little easier with a feature they call Auto Reframe. You right-click the sequence, choose that magic Auto Reframe option, set it to 9:16, grab a quick coffee, and then you just have to hope for the very best outcome. And honestly, when it works, Auto Reframe can be genuinely impressive with its capabilities. It analyzes your footage, intelligently resents the main subject, and spits out a vertical edit in what feels like mere seconds. But let's be crystal clear, it is absolutely not magic, and it doesn't solve every problem you have. If you have complex text overlays, a lot of quick motion, or just too many scene changes happening, Auto Reframe sometimes traps the subject awkwardly off frame, or it slams in a hard crop that completely obliterates the beautiful composition you worked so hard to achieve in the first place. The harsh reality is that you often still end up fixing things manually, which totally defeats the entire purpose of trying to save any time at all. Also, while Premiere is incredibly powerful, it is undeniably heavy software designed for a different kind of editor. It's part of an ecosystem that is both expensive and built for editors who demand granular control, not for creators who prioritize speed above all else. The learning curve remains very real, and if you are juggling multiple platforms, repeating edits for different ratios is simply a recipe for swift creative burnout. This is precisely the moment where smarter, dedicated AI workflows enter the chat, and this is where a tool like Vizard fundamentally changes the entire game. Vizard doesn't just perform a simple reframe on a single clip, it intelligently finds the exact, most compelling moments in your long video that are actually worth posting as short-form content. It then automatically crops those segments into perfect platform-ready sizes and lines them up neatly inside a content calendar so they can go live on autopilot. Just think of it as hiring the ultimate assistant who sips your coffee, trims the absolute best parts of your work, and schedules everything while you're already sketching out your next big idea. Here is how this incredible practical workflow actually plays out in your day-to-day content creation process. First, you upload one single long-form video. Maybe it's a full podcast episode, a lengthy webinar, or a never-ending live stream. Whatever it is, Vizard then runs a deep AI pass that swiftly identifies all the high-engagement moments that truly matter to your audience. It specifically looks for those micro-viral moments like genuine laughs, sharp reaction beats, impactful punchlines, and climactic statements that perform well everywhere. Then, instead of just handing you one mediocre vertical clip and calling the whole job done, it generates multiple short edits for you to choose from. These outputs include different opening hooks, varying crop styles, and even variations that already include generated captions for immediate testing. From that selection, you can simply pick the edits you like the most, make a few quick tweaks to text or framing if necessary, and then you're basically finished. You can either export them all manually right then, or you can let Vizard handle the entire remaining publishing process with the auto-schedule feature. You just set a consistent posting frequency, maybe 2 clips per day, or perhaps 3 clips per week, and Vizard queues them up automatically. The tool then diligently spaces them out over time to keep all your channels looking consistently fresh without you having to babysit a separate scheduling application. Furthermore, there is a fantastic built-in content calendar where you can visually see what's going live, rearrange clips easily, and make any necessary edits right there on the fly. Now compare that incredible efficiency with the old method of editing just one vertical version in Premiere and constantly hoping it somehow works across every single platform you use. With Vizard's system, you receive multiple ready-to-post edits, where each one is already optimized for maximum short-form success right out of the gate. You are no longer exporting dozens of slightly different versions yourself. You are simply letting the AI do the vast majority of the heavy lifting for you. The final step involves applying just a little bit of your essential human taste and creative eye to polish off the automated job. Now, to be completely transparent and keep things real with you, Vizard is certainly not a tool that is flawless in every single scenario. Any automated system, by its very nature, will occasionally miss critical context that matters deeply to your specific video content. This might manifest as a crucial visual cue being just outside the generated crop, or proprietary branded graphics needing manual repositioning. Therefore, you absolutely should still take a moment to preview every single clip that the AI generates for your approval. Sometimes, you will genuinely want to manually nudge a subtitle placement or fix a slightly misaligned lower third graphic with a few quick adjustments. But here is the massive difference. Instead of rebuilding that entire vertical edit from scratch, you are only spending a few seconds polishing AI-made drafts. That shift in workflow represents an absolutely massive amount of time saved over the course of a busy week of content production. And now let's pivot and talk a bit about the competitive landscape that exists out there for these types of tools. There are other solutions available, some that are cheaper and some that are significantly more expensive, all promising to completely automate your editing for you. Many of those alternatives are unfortunately great at one specific function, but absolutely terrible at another crucial part of the process. Some focus solely on automated cropping, but completely miss the essential content selection part, meaning you get volume, but none of it is truly viral ready. Other tools are often prohibitively expensive and locked away behind a corporate enterprise model that most individual creators simply cannot access. Then you have the simple apps that demand you learn an entirely new, clunky interface, which just turns into another major time sink for your week. Premiere can technically reframe your footage, but it definitely will not actively pick the best highlights or dramatic moments for you automatically. Similarly, the most basic apps will successfully chop a clip into pieces, but they won't stitch together any kind of coherent multi-platform posting strategy. Vizard successfully hits this incredibly valuable sweet spot by being built specifically for creators who demand both speed and consistent quality in their output. It intelligently finds the best moments, efficiently cuts them into perfectly snackable clips, and offers the necessary scheduling management features to keep you consistent. For small creators especially, this is absolutely huge because consistency remains the genuine secret sauce to achieving any kind of real sustained growth. Automating the tedious, boring parts of the repurposing process is what truly allows you to keep up with the relentless demand for new content. Now let's do a quick workflow rundown so you can actually start implementing this powerful system tonight with zero friction. Step 1 is simply uploading your single long video, a raw stream, a recorded lecture, or an interview to the Vizard platform. There is no need for you to pre-cut anything into smaller sections because the AI is designed to handle all of that heavy lifting internally. Next, you let the powerful AI engine thoroughly analyze the entire recording, which usually takes just a few minutes, depending on your file size. In return, it will immediately surface a stack of short clips that the system has flagged as high-potential viral moments for you. You'll see options for different crops, suggested captions that grab attention, and clear thumbnail previews for every single generated segment. Step 3 is the review phase where you check the AI picks, tweak any text overlays, adjust the frame if you need to, or simply discard any clips you aren't feeling. This entire human refinement part should realistically take only a couple of minutes for a long 30 to 60-minute video, not several frustrating hours. Once you are happy with your selection, hit that amazing auto schedule button and choose your preferred posting cadence across all your desired platforms. Vizard then autonomously cues the content, posts it at the mathematically optimal times, and fills up your entire publishing calendar automatically. Finally, you should check the analytics a bit later to see which of those AI-generated clips perform the absolute best with your specific audience. You use those valuable insights to train the tool's preferences, meaning Vizard gets progressively better at guessing what will go viral for your unique followers over time. Beyond just the obvious time savings, this powerful workflow offers a few seriously underrated, significant perks for everyday creators. The first perk is that you stop needlessly overthinking the framing decision every single time you set up your camera to record. You can just film however feels most natural to you, wide, close, shaky, because the AI engine will diligently surface the strongest, most interesting bits anyway. The second major advantage is that you can easily repurpose one single long piece of content into weeks and weeks worth of highly engaging short content. This brilliantly solves the absolute core problem that every single content creator faces: the constant, never-ending demand for fresh material. And the third underrated benefit is that having multiple edit variations lets you A/B test different captions and hooks without any significant manual effort from you. To give you just a couple of practical tips for filming, try to keep your main subject reasonably centered during any longer takes, if that is feasible for you. Also, make a conscious effort to avoid placing any absolutely critical pieces of information right out on the extreme edges of your recorded frame. When you do intentionally include on-screen text during filming, make sure you place it well within a safe zone so that those aggressive autocrops don't chop off your crucial words. But to reiterate the core philosophy, the main goal here is always speed, not achieving some unattainable level of absolute technical perfection. Let the AI handle the difficult initial rough cut work, and then you simply use your superior creative eye to make the necessary final touches. If you have been seriously burned by constant editing fatigue, or you are currently trying to scale your social presence without becoming a full-time editor, give a tool like Vizard a serious spin. It is not designed to completely replace your essential creative judgment on any given project, which is vital. What it does do is handle all the tedious grunt work, finding the hidden gems, creating platform-appropriate edits, and maintaining a publishing rhythm for you. This automation frees you up to focus entirely on what actually moves the needle forward: your big ideas, your unique storytelling, and connecting with your actual audience. So, that is essentially the powerful cheat code for modern content repurposing that we just covered in detail. You film once, let the smart AI find the absolute best parts, quickly tweak a few things, and then post across every relevant platform without the old soul-crushing manual grind. If this explanation just saved you from even one unnecessary hour of agonizing timeline management, please consider dropping a like on this video right now. Let me know in the comments what tedious part of your creative process you want to see automated next by the next generation of tools. And finally, seriously consider giving a tool like Vizard a legitimate spin when you are ready to stop editing your best ideas and your actual nightmares. We will see you all in the next video, where we tackle another way to reclaim your creative time and energy.